I'm so mesmerized by the snow. I really love it. I love snowstorms. I know it's a little cheeky, but I love being inside and just watching the snow. Unfortunately, I do have to go to work today. I was hoping that they would call in a snow day, but you know, I guess not. So I'm going to enjoy it while I sip my smoothie and talk to the camera. So weird. uh, Anyways, so yoga, I find it's kind of like you're going inside with your eyes closed in a deep cave, and you're just kind of like feeling your way around this cave. Like you can't see anything, and you're just touching things, and you're just feeling, oh shoot, over here it hurts. And I find that once you find that spot that hurts inside your body, whether it's physical or it makes you cry or it brings out anger or something, whatever it brings out in you, I feel like it's very telling of what's going on up here in your mind. I've written about this in my blog, but I remember when I was practicing Ashtanga yoga every single day, I finally got a posture that was in the intermediate series. My leg was over my head like this, and you're supposed to bring your other leg all the way up, and you're balancing on your arms. Ekapada. I forgot the rest of it. I don't know why I forgot the rest of it, but anyways, yeah, so I did that posture. First time, I felt just a lot of tension. Second time I did it, I finished both sides of the posture, and I was just laying on my mat, and I just smelled the ocean, the smell of the ocean from back home in Albania. And I remember I got a vision of us driving in our car past the ocean to get to the beach. Anyways, and during that time, something traumatic of sorts happened. Well, what I perceived as traumatic at the moment, which had never really like been clarified for me. Yeah, so that came back to me, and it's as if I was living the memory, and I realized in that moment that I hadn't let go of something in that moment, and that trauma that I felt as a child just wasn't gone. It wasn't resolved. So I talked to my mom about it that day, and I let her know like what happened in my yoga practice, and she clarified it for me. And ever since it was clarified, that it's as if I cleared away a part of something in my past that I was holding on to very subconsciously, that I didn't necessarily realize I was holding on to until that moment. So I find yoga is very revealing of our emotional turbulence. So all the things that we hold on to that we don't necessarily know we're holding on to, it's as if like yoga reveals it. And I hear a lot of people have told me they don't like yoga, and I always wonder what it is that they don't like about yoga. Maybe it's the fact that subconsciously it's bringing about these memories for them. It's bringing about these emotions that they're not necessarily ready to start dealing with. And personally, I don't believe that you can ever be ready to deal with your emotions or ready to deal with anything that life kind of brings towards you or throws at you. It's more of a, here, this is what I'm presenting you with, and you just have to figure out how to deal with it. And I guess that's just how life is, and I feel like yoga does the same thing. So here, this is you. Like it's kind of beautiful. It's like a double-edged sword. So on one side, it's amazing that you're able to see everything and be able to deal with it. But on the other side is, how do you deal with it? How do you, what do you do with this information that is being given to you from your own body? And yeah, I believe really strongly in the emotional in the emotional body and how it manifests into the physical. Maybe I'm crazy, but this is just my own personal experience. This is what I experience with my body when I'm on my mat. And I feel like it's important to share it with people because I don't know, it starts getting better and it's more fun once you keep doing it, once you keep looking around that dark cave, and you'll see that there's parts of it that you can illuminate, and then you start seeing things like that example I gave you. Like, it was illuminated once I was able to speak to my mom about it, and it was illuminated once I realized the truth behind it, right? So yeah, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Maybe I just need another sip of smoothie. Maybe I need to look into the sky. I feel like I'm in a snow globe. Why do I have to go to work today? Why? I can just get lost in the snow. It's like, it feels like it falls into my eyeballs and it just becomes part of my body. It's like the snow is falling inside my body. My body's just empty and so willing to receive it. Another thing that I noticed when I do my yoga practice is that I feel high after. It's not the same high like when you smoke weed or something. You just feel it's a similar high, but it's a clear high. It's like you're open. Yeah, that openness doesn't necessarily happen right away, but you feel open and like receptive to the world around you, and it's like you start feeling things differently. I'm very big on feeling. I don't know if you've noticed from my posts and what I write. I'm very, very big. Like, I'm a very feeling person. I feel my way through life. The way I experience life is through my emotions and through my feelings. I think a lot of us are that way, but a lot of us digest those emotions a little differently. I just really like really chew on them. It's like I really every feeling that could possibly be felt, I have felt it with such sheer intensity inside of me. And I love it. Like, I really, really love it. I think that's how I'm able to like paint with so much vigor and so much love. It's like I'm really chewing up life. Like, I love it. And I've always felt that way. But then I get lost sometimes. I think we all get lost sometimes, but there's like this love that you just feel like right here. And it just like makes me feel like bursting open into like flames of burning light. I think I'm talking way too much. Way too much. I hope you don't mind. I also have very funny expressions. Albanians have very funny expressions. It's my dad's favorite one. I'm gonna go bye now.